Oh, great. Oh, it can't record. Oh, okay. So the stream says it's good, but it hasn't come up yet. It's those changes in the name, I think. And it may be my stream's coming up. I don't like that it couldn't record, but it's not going to matter right now because, oh, it's working. Sorry, I'm talking over my intro. Just getting this set up and working again. Okay. All right, Don here with the first full-fledged stream after getting OBS Studio back up and working again. And what I ended up doing is regressing back to version. It's in Fedora 28, and it was crashing every time I hit stream. And so I reverted back to version 21.1.1. Let me get on the desktop, you can see that. Up here at the top of the program, 21.1.1. It still hasn't switched on my preview. It does take a bit, yeah, to catch up. Okay, it probably only looks that way to me, though, is what I think. Let me see if I've got, yeah, I've got audio. Okay, so, and I'm also recording this with Simple Screen Recorder. I recorded the whole process of getting set up, get going. Only problem I've had is it couldn't make my video, and I did something that I haven't done before, and that is I changed the name format. I did it like this one over here. It worked in Simple Stream Recorder. I didn't change the date format, but I did change to, you know, the way I wanted it with capital letters. And, well, just what I wanted, in, you know, instead of like this one here, down there, one of the older ones, it was just the default name was Simple Stream Recorder with the date and the time. Well, I put my name and all that in there. And but I guess in OBS you probably can't use capital. I'm thinking, no, oh, those are numbers. Yeah, you may not be able to use capital letters because the recording is supposed to automatically start, and it didn't. It gave an error, and I didn't think to show the desktop to show that, and I didn't do a screenshot or anything. But anyway, yeah, it threw me all off. I thought the whole thing was failed and it wasn't going to stream. Then I realized, oh, it's streaming. Just a second. Having technical difficulties. Called sinus drainage. Nothing unusual here. Okay, so good. It's working. I don't have but one camera turned on. This one here. See if it's still working. Okay, yeah. It wasn't working very well after I did all my settings, and what I did was import my profiles and my scenes that I want to use. And you can see I have all my scenes that I had before now. And I have my lapel mics plugged in. It's actually a dual head lapel mic, but it's really a mono input. But there's the lapel mic working now. And, you know, I don't know what that will do to my stream recorder. That might be dropping out the audio. Okay, so on Simple Stream Recorder, if the audio just dropped out, it's because I turned on the lapel mics. Oh, that wouldn't have any effect. That's right. Shouldn't have heard anything. I think I've done it before. Let's try it again. Okay, let's get the preview up. Okay, there we go. We've got mic input now. That only affects that mute and unmute only affects OBS Studio. So yeah, it's still going to be the SM58. Let me move the SM58 away from me. Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, I believe it was. We're still using the SM58 on Simple Stream Recorder. I was looking at that preview to see if I could tell. So I don't want to use the lapels right now. Anyway, you can't go too fast or you'll mess up. Okay, so well, let's see, what else do I have that actually works? I've got Cam 1 and desktop. That's something I can use. I don't have Cam 2 should work. I just don't have it turned on because I really only use that to just like show me rebooting the computer or to show something over on the there's my system resources. OBS is using 28% and the screen recorder, Simple Screen Recorder, 16%. Now OBS is down a little bit. OBS seems to be about the same as it used to be. Yeah. Okay. So now I see. Let's go back on the desktop so you can see that better. I had gotten it down to running around 12 to 15% or so, but that was because I was using that default setting and it was doing a smaller video. It was 1280 or whatever by 720 instead of 1920 by 1080. But that's what I want to do. Yeah, my stream looks good. It's green. It's not turning yellow. I think I've been doing that either for the last couple of months or all along. I really thought I'd always been making sure I was doing 1920 by 1080. But I got to wondering when I saw that that was the default, and for the most part I've left OBS in the defaults, but I've learned a lot more about the settings. During all these problems, I thought some of my scene changes were what messed things up. And I just so happened that I was making major scene changes when when it stopped working and it stopped streaming. So I blamed it on that and kept trying to fix it, and looks like that. And well, that didn't have anything to do with it. I believe it's a bug in the new 22.0. whatever version, the newer version. I thought it might be in Fedora, but it happens in Windows. Everybody's having the same problem on the OBS forums. When you hit stream, it was crashing, and so evidently, just so happened on the day that I was changing stuff, or the day after I changed stuff or whatever, there was no update. Of course, I had auto updates turned on, and it's in the background. I don't see it. I don't know what's happening, and or I did. I've got it off right now, so that it doesn't break again. But I'll go into that later. So it doesn't. But I also found a way to hold. I think I have it all set up to hold OBS at 21.1.1, and then I can turn auto updates back on. I just haven't turned it on to see yet. That's my next step, to see if that's going to work. First, I wanted to see if my profiles had anything to do with it, and my scene collections have had anything to do with the problems. So now my next thing will be to see, because I want my Fedora to be updated, all the other apps, and of course I want my security updates. So, but I got to get in here and fix. I can do that while I'm recording, but since it's using more resources now than it was, and I'm running Simple Screen Recorder, I'll just let this part of the video be in Simple Screen Recorder. So I'm going to go back offline on my live stream, and I'll still be recording, and I'll upload this video. Let's go ahead and use my music out. I want to test everything that I can here. All right, bye-bye. I'll come back in a little bit.